Hey writers, guess what? This is our final week of small moments. This is it. You guys have worked so hard, and we're going to get ready to publish, and we're going to get ready to celebrate. But before we do that, we have a few things to do. So let me show you what we're going to do this week. First thing is you're going to choose your best small moment. When I say that, I mean the one that has the best spicy details, the most dialogue, internal thinking, action, all those things that we were working on. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to do a checklist, and I'll show you that in a minute. After that, we're going to revise, and revising is when you look at your story again and add in things that's missing, things that you think it will be better. Then we're going to edit, which means check capitals, punctuation. And then after we do all of that, do you know what we're going to do? We are going to party! Woo, woo, woo! Yes! We are going to celebrate! We're going to have a writing celebration. You're going to be able to share your wonderful work. So this is great. So here's what we're going to do. The first step was to choose your best small moment. So that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to go into my writing folder. I'm going into my draft side, and I'm going to pull out the 3 stories that I've done. And I'm going to read through them, and I'm going to look and decide which one I think is the best. So this was my first one. This was the one where we heard that scratching sound in the kitchen. So I'm like looking it over right now, and I'm going to look for spicy details, dialogue, internal thinking, and action. Annie and I were doing our math homework in the kitchen. It was so quiet. The only sound I could hear was my pencil swishing on the paper. That's a detail. Okay. All of a sudden, we heard a noise, scratch, scratch, onomatopoeia right there. I stopped working. I looked at Annie. Annie looked at me. There's some action. Her eyes were as big as saucers. It's another detail and some onomatopoeia. We have all this again with the scratch, scratch, scratch. Whoa, whoa, what was that? Asked Annie. I said, I don't know. So dialogue here, guys. Dialogue. And then there's my onomatopoeia again and more dialogue. Oh, that's it. So that's that story. Let's take a look at my next one. This one was the one where I hated the pasta that my mom made for dinner. So let's take a look. It was time for dinner. Annie was in her high chair. Mom put something on my plate. It looked like slimy yellow worms and smelled like stinky feet. Oh, I'm sorry, you can't see that. Those are good spicy details. Ew, Mom, what is this? I asked. Mom said, it's fettuccine Alfredo. Try it. So there's dialogue. Ooh, look at noodle worms, squishy, creamy garbage pasta. I have more dialogue of me and my mom talking, if I can have it or not. Let's see what's on the next page. Oh no, I thought. I really want dessert, but this is icky. Internal thinking. Okay, I did something more. I sat twiddling my fork, swinging my feet. Those are actions. Twiddling, swinging. And there's my sister smacking her. This has a lot of action in here. And this was when I put some of my pasta on her. This is looking good. I'm kind of thinking that this is better than the other one. Then here's my bumper cars one. This is the front about me and my friend Nicole at Darien Lake. So there's dialogue right on the front. And this is her telling me like that you don't have to wear your seatbelt on the bumper cars. And so this whole page is dialogue. But so far I haven't really seen any spicy details or anything else. There's some action here, stepped and stepped. Right away, a blue car hit us, bam. And my head crashed into the steering wheel. I don't know. I'm feeling that second one. I think that fettuccine Alfredo one with the slimy noodle worms, that's going to be it. All right, now it's your turn. I want you to pause the video, and I want you to go find your best story. Are you back? Did you choose your best story? Great. Okay, so now it's the next step, guys. The next step is we are going to learn how to do a checklist. Now, you guys have been seeing this on all of your booklets since the beginning of the year, since the beginning we did writing. This is a small moments checklist. And what it's for is it's to help you as a writer make sure you did everything you needed to do. So we can see, did I plan across my fingers and tell my story to a partner? Sketch across pages? Did I write words that match the pictures? Add details? Add dialogue? Reread and edit? Capital, spelling, punctuation. So what you're going to do for whatever story you picked, you're going to take the checklist off. You're going to just rip it right off. Rip it right off. Rip it off. Now, this is not my story. This is a story that one of my writers wrote a couple years ago. What I want you to do with me now is I want you to be a teacher with me. And we're going to read through this story and see what they did. Ready? I was riding my bike. I fell off. It hurt. I went inside. My mom gave me a Band-Aid. Then I played Minecraft. Okay. Well, plan across fingers and tell to a partner. Well, I know that they did that because they were in class with me and I watched them. Did this writer sketch across pages? Let's look. Here, 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 here. They did. They did. They didn't write the story on all one page. They wrote it across pages. Good. Did the words match the pictures? Well, let's look. I was riding my bike. Does that match the picture? Yeah, I agree with you. It does. I fell off. It hurt. What do you think, teachers? Does that match? I think so. I went inside and my mom gave me a Band-Aid. That seems to match. And I played Minecraft. Okay, looking good. Words match the pictures. Now it's the next step. Add details. So we're looking for spicy details that describe what it looked like, sounded like, smelled like, tasted like, or felt like. Probably for this one, it would only be like what it looked like, sounded like, or felt like. I don't think he ate his bicycle. I was riding my bike. No spicy details there. I fell off. It hurt. No descriptions. I went inside. Mom gave me a Band-Aid. And then I don't know. What do you think? Do you think this writer did details? Should we give them a check? I don't think so. I don't think that they did details. So we're going to leave that blank for now. And that's okay because the writers will still have time. Let's look at the next one. Dialogue. Did they make any of their characters start talking to each other? Do we see dialogue here? No. Do we see it here? No, we almost do because they did a speech bubble, but remember that's more first grade. What they would have had to do is write it down here. So no, I don't see any dialogue, so I'm going to leave that blank. And for this part, we're not even going to do this yet because the writer didn't have a chance to edit. So this is this writer's checklist. So it looks like they did some great things, and it looks like they still need to do some things. That's how you do a checklist. Now it's your turn. I want you to get out the piece of writing that you're the most proud of, and I want you to read through it like a teacher. You're going to be your own writing teacher right now. You're going to look through it, and if you did it, give yourself a check. But if you didn't, leave it blank. And don't worry about leaving it blank. That's fine. That's fine, because we're going to have plenty of time to do those things. All right? Good. Can't wait to see it. And today for homework, you're going to take a picture of your completed small moment checklist.